From the beginning, God revealed himself to man. But what is man's response to this revelation, or what is our response? Man's response is a response of faith, and sacred scripture calls this obedience to the faith.
Obedience of faith is quite broad. Can you give examples of this?
Yes, the sacred scripture is very rich in the witnesses to the faith.
We have Abraham, who is the model of such obedience. We all know the story of Abraham. He believed God, he was strong in faith, and became the father of all who believe.
We have the Virgin Mary, who believed the message of the angel that she was supposed to be the mother of Jesus. By faith, she trusted Joseph, her husband, and took the infant Jesus to Egypt to save him from Herod's persecution.
They are the apostles who by faith left everything to follow Jesus. He left them the new rule of life, which is their love for one another.
By faith, the disciples formed the first community, gathered around the celebration of the Eucharist, and putting their things in common to help their other members in need.
By faith, with the strength and courage, the martyrs gave up their lives bearing witness to the truth of the gospel, to the highest degree of the gift of love of God, forgiving their persecutors.
By faith, men and women have consecrated their lives to Christ, leaving all things behind them, obedience, poverty, and chastity for the sake of the gospel.
Also by faith, across the centuries, men and women of all ages have confessed to follow the Lord wherever they were called, to bear witness of being Christian, in the family, in the workplace, and in the ministries to which they were called.
You have given many people who have great desire of obedience and faith. Now, how about us?
Well, for us, as we all know, this is a year of faith. The year of faith, we are celebrating not just the faith we are living ourselves, but the faith that was already lived by our ancestors in faith from the very beginning, as you heard each one of us speaking and stressing on faith. And during this year of faith, the Holy Father, Pope Benedict XVI, is recommending that we study and reflect on the Word of God, that is the sacred scriptures, and then the documents of the Vatican II Council, then the catechesis, which is very important. Then there is also a small encyclical called The Door of Faith, which is written very simply and will help us to deepen that aspect of faith. And we are called not just to stop there, but to be witnesses of this faith, to keep passing this faith to the other generations that come after us, not only by word, but by our actions.